from shortcut to home. She was less than a minute from safety. 4. There are no rules for mourning. When Mum died, the house felt grey and haunted, and Dad didn't look like himself anymore. One day all her pictures disappeared, gone as suddenly as she had. It was Dad's way of preparing me for the truth he couldn't speak. People told him to move, that it was crazy to live near the alley where your wife was murdered. But he ignored them. I heard him on the phone once, saying he'd already lost so much of her. Why would he sell his remaining memories? And that night the photos returned, filling every surface. She was everywhere and nowhere all at once. I cried, but they weren't real tears. I was copying the sadness of others rather than feeling my own. I believed Mum would come back, convinced she would be the next knock at the door, the next phone call, the next hug from the line of strangers whose touch felt so different from hers. People told Dad to send me to a counsellor, but again he ignored them. Grief makes what you have more precious, and by then, I was all he had left. So he held me tight, through his refusal to make our loss any bigger than it had to be. It was Nan who changed that. She got tired of Dad's stories and cried if I asked when we could visit Mum in the museum for shiny things. She said I would find out eventually, and the sooner the better. So she told me Mum was gone forever. I called her a liar. I hated her. And then I cried the sharpest, heaviest, most unbearable tears of my life. Your grief journey changes when you aren't looking. It moves in fractions, black shifting through 1,000 shades of grey. Eventually, it transforms into something else. A dull ache, a numbness that becomes the norm. Websites told me to write a note and put it in a balloon and release it to heaven. Or make a memory quilt and fall asleep wrapped in Mum's best bits. Or make a wish list of all the things to do before I died. I took pictures and hoarded the ones my parents had taken. I drew and painted and wrote shitty poetry and started a feelings journal. None of it worked, but I tried. When I was 14, I got angry and took it out on Dad, who refused to fight back. 7 years after Mum was murdered, and he was still a body carrying around a shattered soul, like the newspaper you wrap broken glass in. But it was more than that. He let himself be my punching bag. I treated him terribly, and he took it. Because he loved me, and because he knew that when the anger comes, it is vicious and all-consuming. He hid it because he had to. I couldn't because I didn't know how. When I googled the Magpie Man, I got hundreds of articles but no answers. Just the names of all the people he murdered and comments from frustrated detectives. He's still out there somewhere. Still killing. The monster that took my mother. And that is why the cameras can't start rolling soon enough. 5. My phone rings with a number I don't recognise, and when I answer, a man says, "Miss Simmons? It's Adrian, from the Eye. We've reviewed your application and, although the competition was fierce, we'd like you to be Monday." This means that on the first day of every week for a month, I will be live online from the moment I wake up until midnight. If I'm not a complete flop, 1 month will become 3. The show is about real lives with unique twists. That's what the application form said. It claimed audiences have had enough of the same old formats. I don't know if that's true, but I need to give it my best shot. I see myself smiling in the mirror and stop, because this isn't supposed to be a happy moment. It's just the beginning. "When do I start?" I ask. Adrian says, 3 weeks. We have a few briefing sessions.